Right, so I drained the pool, so I have no more balcony pool. So I will get to doing a reading then. So I'm going to use Oracle cards. I'm using the Good Tarot from Colic by Baron Reed. I've done oracles with her before with the other one. Uh, Here we go. Let's just, whatever. Oh, those wasps are a pain in the butt. So, I decided it would be easier to just do it live. Let's pull some cards, shall we? I hope everyone's having a great weekend. And I haven't been watching much tarot lately because the message kind of remains the same. But I did have a lot of. It was a big spiritual download yesterday. I don't know if anybody else felt it, but I feel there's this big wave of energy, probably due to the Lion's Gate, which is right now, it's a portal that opens, and it is activated on the 8th of August, the 8th of the 8th month. And then it'll go strongly from the 8th to the 11th, and that's when the second eclipse is coming. So from the 8th to the 11th, expect some crazy energy. But it is already beginning, because it always does start before. See? Oh, God, wasps are annoying. My God, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God, my God. Holy crap. They love my hair. I don't know, man. People say it's the shampoo, but I don't know. It's always been crazy for my hair. So annoying. There's a hive somewhere. I don't know where it is. Alright, so let's do the first card. Wow. So we have the world. That's good. Squirrel. So we have the world. That's the first card. Alright. That's good. The world. Well, that's nice. That's new cycles. New cycles. We're in a new cycle. We've got King of Air. So that would be King of Wands. Very sure of himself. Very determined individual. So maybe you have a very determined person coming at you right now. Sure of themselves. Very sure of themselves. Very strongly and passionate. Holy shoot. Alright, so we have Ace of Cups, Ace of Water. That's great. Some a cup, an offering of love maybe in the horizon. And then the Six of Water. That's nostalgia. Reliving wonderful moments. Okay. Don't get too stuck in that though. And then the Ace of Swords, Ace of Air. Alright, so truth coming in. So love and truth coming in. That's good. Action taken. Truth coming in. Offering some truth, offering something good. And then more water. Five. Usually five space, alright. You know what? I could read from the book for that one. Oh, and then we have Magician underneath. I'm gonna take them out. Um, one more. And the Empress. Nobody else. We have Six of Air. Six of Swords. Oh, look at that. It's the boat, eh? Are you sailing on that boat? Are you going forward? Alright. If you're female, you're very kind, loving, and nurturing, and you can manifest your desires. So go ahead. Now is the time. According to the rest of the cards, now is the time. Because you have the world starting of a new cycle, new beginnings. with someone that is very sure of themselves. Okay, they're coming in strong. They're coming in. They know what they want, and they're coming in. And if it's a new cycle, they're ready to start new or start a new adventure with you, right? And then you have the Ace of Cups. So he's bringing in love. He's doing it with lots of love. Okay, he knows what he wants. And then six. So you're reliving some passions. Maybe it's someone that you've already known, that you've already, or you're already with. Okay, now, right now, there's this, because of the energy in the Lionsgate, really coming out and wants to offer you love. And then you got love and truth. So if communication is what is needed to come in and get that love, that spark going, then you will get that as well. And Five of Cups. Okay, because you have the relieving and nostalgia and the Five of Cups, be careful to not dwell too much in the past, or and bring up too many things. Learn from what you've learned and go forward in your relationships with love, but with positivity. And even though, sometimes we have a tendency to look at the past and really, hang on to the good moments when there's bad moments. And they kind of make you sad, but you do want to go forward, because if you love that person, you want to go forward in a new life. So this is a chance for a new beginning to start with that new life, okay? You're the Empress and you can manifest that, okay? What do you want? Because it's there for the taking. The other person is sure as well. They sure that they love you. And you have passed together. And you can bring up those memories. You can talk about them. With the Ace of Air, you can talk about it together. Bring up the good things that you cling on to, bring them up. Bring them up in the conversation. Bring them up with them. Remember that time? And then they'll be like, yeah, that was a good time. You know? And then the love comes out. The love is spoken. The love, and then it might spark a little something, something, right? Because you can manifest that. Manifest what you want. You want happy times. You want good times. Don't dwell too much on the old times, even if they make you happy, because that's the past. Okay, live in the now, but you can bring up those happy moments in order to manifest those desires. Okay. You know what? I said I wanted to read Five of Water. I think I might also do the World. Five of Water. Releasing grief, allowing sadness to rise and fall, forgiveness, the ebb and flow of emotion. Sorry about someone decided to weed whack now. I feel the fullness of my emotions as they wash through me. The ebb and the flow are the part of life. You know what? I'm going to put this up while I read it. The ebb and the flow are the part of life. And I am present in my feelings today. I fully forgive myself and others and let go of any emotions that were holding me back from acknowledging the truth. And we have the Ace of Air to acknowledge that truth. I deserve the freedom of that comes when I release what's no longer working for me. Isn't that the message that has been coming up over and over and over again? That's why I don't even watch anything right now, because that's exactly it. Release the old so you can move forward. I make amends to those that I have harmed when emotion was coloring my perceptions. I surrender any resentments to the divine, knowing that they can be transformed into miracles. Fearless inventories leads to liberation. That, that, right there. Surrender it. Surrender. What part were you? If the tower fell, if things happened, okay, if you went into a period of darkness, and now you're coming out of it, and you're going into the love, you're going into what no longer serves you, and going into a better life. Okay, uh, don't dwell on those past. You can have the nostalgia of it, but don't dwell too much. Oh well, I'm holding the card. Don't dwell too much on what happens, okay? Don't be like, but you know what? That time is over, okay? The past is the past for a reason, all right? Surrender that to the divine forces. Just say, look, That no longer worked for me. I want to go forward with those happy moments, those good things, bring them into life, go forward with them, you know, and things will only come back. The law of attraction will come back to you in a positive way. So let go of the things that don't longer serve you. And when it comes to a relationship, don't be quick to point the fingers. You know what I mean? If you're still stuck in that, but he hurt me and he did this or she or whatever, like, no, 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 but you did this. I mean, nothing's going to carry forward. It's going to just be resentment. So you don't want to go forward in resentment. You want to go forward in love. So surrender those. Realize what part you had in it. And was a lot of it illusion? Was it a lot of it you wanting it a certain way, but it really was not? I mean, sometimes we get caught up in what we want the other person to be, and you kind of compromise because they aren't what you want. You know what I mean? But there shouldn't be any compromise. You know your truth, and it depends what the compromise is. It depends what the compromise is. But you shouldn't have to compromise your integrity for the sake of love. Okay, so get together in what works for you. All right? Speak the truth. Be honest with yourself. All right? And same thing, double ace. Same thing in love. Okay, speak the truth and show your emotion. Even though it can be hard sometimes. It really can be, but it's the way to go. Or else you'll stay in that negative place and you won't move forward. And do you really want to get stuck stagnant? I'm tired of it. I don't know about you. I don't want stagnation anymore. Alright? So then we have the world. The world is about perspective. I'm being called to shift my perspective on my life now. When I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul, experience life as a human being, I have no fear. I can clearly see that I am a powerful co-creator in the divine partnership with Spirit, aligning myself with Spirit, remaining unattached to the outcomes, and I am a conduit for miracles. Okay, so you are the manifester of your life. Okay, you can attract some people that are sure. Okay, but you have to speak the truth. You have to go forward knowing in the truth. Okay, and let go of the things that don't work out for you, because then that's the only way of staying in swords. That's the only way of staying in the dark night of the soul, right? So look at the world in a different perspective. If you were manifesting ideas that didn't work out for you, then drop those ideas. Now you know the truth. Now you have the ace of swords to guide you. You know the truth. So go forward in your truth. All right, align yourself with the spirit. Don't be attached to outcomes. If you spend too much time, the one thing about the magician is he can manifest his dreams and desire, but other people have free will. Other people, it doesn't necessarily, or the universe might not necessarily think that that is the best thing for you, even though you think it's right for you. Okay, God knows best, not you or anyone else. All right, so sometimes you have to remove the things that don't work for you, and don't spend so much time manifesting something going, this is how the outcome is going to be, this is what I want. Well, you don't necessarily get what you want. Then you're disappointed. Then you're like, what the hell? Why didn't it come to be? I manifested it. I'm sure. I'm good at this. I know how to manifest my desires. Well, that's great and all, but the universe doesn't think so. So if you're so caught up in a certain outcome or a certain way, then you're going to just be led to disappointment in some cases. If it is for your greatest good, if it is in love, then yes, chances are that you will go forward. It might not even turn out the way you manifested, but it might be close. That's the surprises about life, right? So don't get too caught up in it, but have the intention, have the goals. It's always nice to have a goal, but don't be surprised if things don't turn out. Because you'll have spent all that time and energy on something that never happened, right? And then you're like, why did I spend all that time? Right? And then you have to Queen of Wands. This is to clarify everything. I did say wands, right? Okay. Oh, no, water. Sorry. Oh my god. It says it looks like wands. That's my bad. My bad. I was like, wait a second. This doesn't even look like a wand. Water. So it's queen. So the queen of cups. And so we had the king of swords. That's very sure. And then we have the queen of water. Where the hell's the queen? I'm sorry. This book. Oh, it's such a beginning. I hate it when books do that. Queen of Water, compassion, emotional security, generosity, self-love, self-care, a healer. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I love, cherish, and nurture myself. I am the best friend to myself. My relationships with others reflect my security in knowing that I am always worthy of love and respect. I heal myself so that I can be the change I want to see in the world, so that the compassion can inspire others. Okay, so again, a message that's been pretty clear lately. Love yourself. Love yourself. Then all this can happen only when you love yourself. Find self love first. If you are happy with yourself, okay, and you let go of needing someone else to feel happy, why doesn't he love me? Why doesn't he show me compassion? Why is he mean to me? Why is da? Okay, you know what? What should matter is be like, what makes me happy? What can I do to make me happy? And then if he sees you happy, you can't bring that down. It is hard to do, but it is achievable. Once you love yourself, no one can bring you down. You can make those desires because you love yourself above everything. You can bring in someone that's sure of themselves. You can be that badass, nurturing empress. You can be a mom. You can love those around you. And they will see that and they will vibe to your frequency. Okay? They're going to just join you in it. And it's a good place to be because it's in love. Okay? It's going forward in love and in your truth. All right? And it's nice to just dreamy about what you get stuck in it. Don't leave yourself, let go, surrender to it. And then you can be in this new happy cycle. And you can go through this lion's gate. You can go through this eclipse in a positive way. And you're going to attract. Stay in your high vibration. Stay in your happy. Stay and love yourself. And then everyone around you is going to see that and join you in it. Now's not the time to go backwards. Now is not the time to dwell. Now's not the time to go and blame and point fingers and hold resentment. Let go of resentment. Let go of it. I know that's so hard to do. That's something I just started doing. Just started doing. And it makes me angry sometimes, just when someone asks and then you talk about it and then it just brings up old feelings, just this doesn't necessarily mean it's positive feelings. Sometimes you can relive, something, a trigger, a song or something will make you relive the moment. And then it might be a good moment, but then that leads to missing the person or oh, it used to be good, but now it's not because right? World. You can let go of the things and be in your truth and be in love and be your badass self and bring in the things that make you happy, that are sure of yourself. Be that queen of emotions, have your emotions under control, and you can fulfill all your ultimate desires. Because you have the power. Only you have the power to do that. Okay? Have a great weekend, guys.